Rise of the Triad was always a challenge to get running on modern hardware, without relying on DOSBox. However, this has since changed with Rise of the Triad Ludicrous Edition, developed by the trio of Apogee Entertainment, Nightdive Studios, and New Blood Interactive. Rise of the Triad was regarded as one of the cult classics of 1994. It was first released as a shareware named The Hunt Begins in late 1994, before the full version titled Dark War would release in 1995. Ludicrous Edition aims to be faithful to the original game, while adding quality of life features such as mouse look, widescreen support, and improved multiplayer functionality. Rise of the Triad's multiplayer experience was often plagued with issues when playing using DOSBox. It was frequently slow and laggy, and the host had to resort to using two instances of DOSBox, one as a server and the other as a client. This is because client on top of server caused the game to lag horribly before locking up. In February 2022, I attempted to alleviate this issue by making a simple change to the IPX program. I lowered the tick rate. This meant the game's frame rate was lowered to improve latency, but that's not without some side effects. This affected your mouse movement and some inputs. I also assembled a package of WinRot GL with an IPX wrapper for some of my friends. Unfortunately, it required a VPN program like Hamachi or Radman VPN for it to work properly, and the last time I tried, it worked best with 2 people, as the game wouldn't start with 3 or higher. However, I did send an email to the developer a while back and a new version came out. I've yet to try this. This remaster also includes a new level editor with Steam Workshop support, and a jukebox that allows you to switch between soundtracks. It was said that the OPL synth was emulated by using WOPL, but it sounds inaccurate to the DOS release. I'm not sure if it's a licensing issue or if they plan to fix it. The general MIDI soundtrack are recordings, but I think they went with the default Microsoft GS wavetable instead of using a Roland SC55. Here's a comparison. There are some people that also wanted actual MIDI support, so they can use a variety of synthesizers. However, I'm not so sure if it's going to be added or not. Andrew Holschultz's 2013 reboot soundtrack was added for those interested. Additionally, prototype materials that didn't make it to the final game, such as the female guards, have been restored for this remaster, and you can adjust the amount of cut content in the options menu. The remaster offers various HUD variants, from the originals to those with mugshots similar to Doom. Some of those variants also has some extra settings like having the score or the time showing. Oh, and did you know that an FOV slider is added?
Outsider!
If you are bored out with the original sounds and want something different for a change, the developers supplied alternative sounds. Have a listen. Although it's a bit disappointing to see that multiplayer isn't included for this demo release, however, I can still appreciate the hard work the developers are putting in to make this remaster the best it can be. At least people can get a taste of what's to come. I did enjoy playing all the single levels in the hardest difficulty, especially the one featured in The Hunt Continues, the new episode for the game. A demo was released on June 19th for Steam Next Fest, containing each level from The Hunt Begins, Dark War, Extreme Rot, and The Hunt Continues. That about wraps up this video. Rise of the Triad Ludicrous Edition is set to release on July 31st this year, so stay tuned for that. I also look forward to seeing more custom levels on the workshop in the future. And as always, peace out.